Okay, so hi guys. I'm back after a long time with a new video. I got an email request from someone a month back actually, where they requested me to guide them regarding some course on flow cytometry, which I did. I sent them a couple of emails that I had for workshops in flow cytometry, and they also asked me if I could be of some help in teaching them about the basics of interpreting a flow cytometric report. See, I am not like something one who's very experienced with this technique, but I do have some idea, and I have worked on the basic flow cytometer instrument. So I will try. I have forwarded the gentleman the workshops that Tata conducts, and they are very good. So, and of course, they have that entire SR-ship, fellowship, observership opportunity also at Tata Bombay or Tata Kolkata. There's AIMS in Delhi, and there's many more institutes. Flow cytometry has become very common now. So you please go for those, and the experts who are like much more experienced than me are going to teach you. But I will try as much as I can to tell you some basics of the scatter plot that we get, not the machine, not the equipment. Are you that person needs just the interpretation. So I think I've taken machine once, how it works, and everyone does that, and how what are the lasers and the mirrors, etc. I will not go in detail of that. So I'll try. Before I go ahead, there are certain online simulators where you get these reports, which you can interpret yourself. I would recommend you to practice on them once you do a workshop. You get pre-fed graphs where you can interpret those graphs, and it is very, very helpful. Flow cytometer and equipment is used in a lot of things now. It is just like a CBC machine now, a Coulter counter. You can use it in DNA studies, for TBNK, for stem cell analysis, for your routine leukemia diagnosis, solid tumor diagnosis, MRDs. The list is endless. And then there are non-medical uses also. I am not going into the theoretical detail of it. So this, go ahead and read this interpreting flow cytometry data guide to the for the perplexed. It is very, very good for starters like us. Okay. See, now this is for people like who want to understand a bit about the basics of the scatter plot. See, any scatter plot which you get in flow is based on two things of the WBC. We are talking only about the WBC right now. One is the size, and one is the how complex the entire cell and inside cytoplasm is. Okay, so the larger the size, the more is the forward scatter. What is scatter? Scatter is the scattering of the laser lights, which are being in which is incident on the cell, which is falling through that beam of sheath fluid. The sheath fluid, then that single cell is dropping down. All that is there in textbooks. Please see, there are too many YouTube videos on that. You can see those also. How a flow cytometer works, how a machine works. So the larger the size of the cell, so the x-axis is the forward scatter, and the cells which are lying in this area, that is the see 200K, 250K, 150K. These cells are mostly the large cells. Now you have to interpret x-axis with y-axis. Y-axis is the side scatter, means cell inside the cell, how complex the organelles and the cytoplasm is. So if I go for say a lymphocyte, it just has one nucleus inside, and then the cytoplasm is considerably largely empty. So the size is smaller, say, as compared to a monocyte of a lymphocyte. We all know that. So the forward scatter of a lymphocyte would be lesser as compared to monocyte. Now, the monocyte might have some granules, a little more complex nucleus as compared to a lymphocyte. So, the side scatter, this axis of a lymphocyte will be lesser than a monocyte. So, forward scatter, the size is smaller. The side scatter, the complexity of a lymphocyte is much less. It is a very uniform, non-complex cell. So, the lymphocyte will fall somewhere over here. This is, you just ignore this part right now. The lymphocyte will fall somewhere over here. These are smaller. See, forward scatter come hai, smaller cells, debris, fragmented cells, something else. So this is that. With lower side scatter means only cytoplasmic fragment, no nucleus, nothing at all. We can forget this for now. Now, a monocyte is larger than a lymphocyte. So definitely the forward scatter should be more than that of a lymphocyte for a monocyte. So on this axis, it should be somewhere over here. Okay. But a monocyte more complex than a lymphocyte, matlab in the cytoplasm, maybe some granules and a tedha medha nucleus, less complex than a polymorph. Okay, so the side scatter is lower, more than the lymphocyte, less than the polymorph. So it is falling somewhere here. Polymorph is smaller than in size than a monocyte. So forward scatter of a polymorph should be lesser, somewhere 100, 150K. But inside the cytoplasm, you get multiple lobes of nucleus and coarse granules. So the side scatter should be more than that of monocyte. So it should fall somewhere here. This is how a scatter plot works. This is what is forward scatter and side scatter. Okay. Now, when a scatter plot is made, I'll show you a scatter plot. I'm just taking, this is just for example, say of myeloid lineage. We don't only gauge the population on forward and side scatter. We then start using surface or cytoplasmic antigens, and then I'll show you a graph like we gate for a blast, say CD45 and side scatter. This is how we gate. Okay. So then once we have determined the size and forward scatter and we have isolated our population of interest, then we have multiple tubes in flow cytometer and each tube has some antibody combination in it. I'll show you all that abhi. Okay. Why we are using those antibodies is because now we need to identify that, okay, this was our population of interest. This looked like blast as per forward and side scatter. Now we need to see what kind of blast it is or what kind of cell it is. For that, just like Indians are recognized by their Indian attire like a sari or a pajama kurta, Japanese is maybe recognized, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, maybe a kimono, Koreans by their traditional dress, says people from Saudi women there may be wearing a hijab. So what is our dress? Our dress is the surface antibody or the cytoplasmic antibody. So that is how we you know, they are all cells. We are all human beings, but we belong to India, we belong to Saudi, we belong to Korea, we belong to China, Japan. That distinction, that in a cell is made through the surface or the cytoplasmic antibodies in flow cytometry. So when we are interpreting a flow cytometry, we need to have complete knowledge of these, which is given in WHO. Okay. So supposing it's a myeloid blast. So the early stem cell, and you know a blast will have stages, early, intermediate, and then maturing forms. So if I take example of myeloid. So the early M0, M1, that stage of myeloid blast will have 34, 33, 117 and 45. So if I gate a cell population by 45 and side scatter, I get a blast. Myeloid hai to 45 can be dim. Then I get it for 34, 117, 33 and I get a positivity. Then I know it could be a myeloid which is of early origin. Similarly, in intermediate, what extra markers do you acquire? You acquire 38 and 15. And then when it is a promyelocyte, you get 38, 15, 145. What you don't get is an HLA-DR. It was not mentioned here, but that is one very important marker. So to differentiate AML from APML. Now you will not remember it by just me saying. You need to learn it. You need to put these charts up wherever you are studying and remember which leukemia shows which marker. I'm not going in that detail. I'm just going in the interpretation today. So we put a combination of these antibodies and see where our population of interest is lying on that entire graph and whether it is positive for that or not. And that is how by excluding and including we reach to a diagnosis. Okay. See, so what are so as I told you, there are tubes in evaluation. So we have progenitor cell markers in one tube. We have the maturity myeloid markers in one tube, the monocytic markers in one tube. We also put these markers and we have 7-8 tubes and all those tubes are run on flow and then each tube fluorescence is caught, compiled in one single scatter plot. Multiple, मतलब दो marker के scatter plots multiple बनते. Flow, you need to understand in sense, is not just a graph coming and you interpreting it. You need to adjust the graphs according to yourself. You have to understand whether the compensation is fine or not, what population you are getting, what you need to study, and then you know, fiddle with the computer and you will get the desired combination that you want to see. Flow is a very dynamic test that way. You don't, it's not like you ran a sample and you got a fixed graph and that is it. No, if I run a sample and I put so many tubes, I'll get a combination of markers. Now, if say my population, Abhi, I'll show you. So there are 4 colors of scatter plot. You see pink, green, yellow, blue. Supposing my population of interest is that pink or red area, which could be blast. Now I will select that, I'll get that, and then I'm going to through using the software, I am going to put certain combination of markers which are already run and fed in that flow cytometry machine on the computer to see how that position of that red blob of cells is changing. And then I'm going to see whether it is positive, negative, and make a diagnosis. You need to do it. My verbal explanation might not be enough for you. Okay. See, so this is how a scatter plot is. So if I get, say, there has to be one more scatter plot here, forward and side scatter. Okay. I choose my population of interest and then I put a 45 and side scatter, and 45 dim, side scatter low can be. So this is my blast gate and I know that the blast lies over here. Now in this graph of myeloid, they are just seeing the maturity of that blast gate or the cells which are lying in that gate. So as you remember, as the cells mature, the 34 45 ke alawa they acquire a 38. So over here if you see 45 side scatter low, 45 moderate to dim. Then on this I gated this. Fine, I have marked this population. Now on this cell population, I'll put a 34 and 38. So 34, if you see on this axis, 34 यहाँ lie कर रहा है, red, those red cells. So means 34 का population है इसमें, अच्छा population है. देखो यहाँ पे this ये कोई higher value है 34 की. But 38 पे भी those cells are coming and they are like this oblong. और ये 38 का भी value high है यहाँ पे. So means अब इन blast के population में maturity आने लग गई है, तभी 38 acquire हो रहा है. ठीक है. Then they put a 34 and a 15. So you see large dot over here shows that mostly they are 34 positive and 15 negative. 15 देखो नहीं है, कम है. But there is still some population which is showing 15. Means there are in that entire blast population there are some which are getting a maturity marker on them. So this is to see the maturation pattern of that suspected blast population. So what they say is early progenitor express very high levels of 34 and absent 38 as is over here. This part is very early progenitors. Okay. With maturation, the 34 will go and 38 will start appearing, and 38 reaches maximal blast level, 34 drops precipitously, and markers associated with maturation appear. Right. Now again in this you see there is a large population which is showing a lot of 34 and no 15. So this is again immature blast. But then there is a population which is also showing maturity. So in that population some blasts are maturing. Now if you see this graph, okay, it's over here. Can't you see that 34 is reduced and 38 has increased? ये यहाँ पे है 38. 34 पे देखिए कोई red dot events है ही नहीं, बहुत कम है. Means now this is acquiring a maturity. Okay. So you compare it with this. यहाँ पे उतनी maturity नहीं आई है जितना यहाँ पे आ रही है. Compare it with this. Okay. So again, blast gate, the red population, and then again we see for maturity. These graphs just show you the maturity pattern. So how I remember it is, supposing you get a scatter plot and you know what, supposing and you know that this is my blast and this is I want to study. You put another set of markers in the next graph, next plot. Remember something, draw imaginary line like this. Okay. Not exactly mid, thoda sa left on the x-axis and thoda sa upar ki taraf on the y. This is positive, positive. Upper outer quadrant, positive, positive. Lower outer quadrant is, and if I take x first and y after x comma y, lower is positive, negative, this inner one is negative negative, and the remaining one is the negative positive. Means if something lies over here, it is basically positive for both the markers x and y. If something lies over here, it is negative for both the markers x and y. If a population is lying over here, it is mostly positive for the marker on x. And if something is lying over here, it is mostly positive for marker on y. This is just a way of remembering. It is not hard and fast because you can adjust those imaginary lines. So you'll have to actually get and interpret, and it takes time. But in a way, you can remember it like that. Okay. See, you can go ahead and read this article, and I'll take some more lessons on this. This is also a very good article, and you please do that online simulator exercise that is available. That is very good. Okay. Again, a 34 and a 38. So this waterfall pattern is what we see in hematogones also. Okay, so the mature, this part is 34 positive purely blast. Intermediate, where they get 34, and 34 is already there and they acquire 38. And late stage promyelocytes, where the 34 is lost. See, it has gone down. 34 अब यहाँ पे आ गया है, जो पहले यहाँ पे था, तो it is getting lost. And 38 has increased. वो यहाँ से 38 अब यहाँ पे भी आने लग गए cells. This is maturity of a myeloid blast. Maturity pattern. That is all we are seeing. So there are many combinations. It's not that easy to remember through one 16-minute lecture. I will try and take more lectures, but my request to you is please read and do as many scatter plots as you can. If you want to do flow. Okay. So I'll end over here, and I'll meet you soon in a next topic. I'll try and take a lymphoid, then maybe MRD is very tough. I'll be very honest with it. So maybe later on MRD, but the basics I will take. Okay. So thank you so much.